So Nick was telling me he's going to make another Game of the Year video, and then he sent me his list of all these games he's played, and then I thought, oh boy, I've barely played anything. So I thought I'd run through my own list to see how my 2019 journey went, and it turns out I played more games than I thought. First up is the PS4, and it started out for me in the best way possible. 2 years late into starting Persona 5. Nick lent me his PS Vita and Persona 4 Golden a few years ago, and it was an incredible experience. But RPGs can be exhausting, so I delayed myself from playing number 5. But that Joker reveal trailer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had me hyped. And what a ride it was. 120 hours of exploring Tokyo, palaces, building relationships, and countless help guides and shortcuts on my phone to make the most of every day, and possibly my most favourite game lyrical soundtrack to ever exist. It was actually the last time I finished the PS4 game. Hopefully by the time I publish this, I've actually finished Jedi Fallen Order. And I did! It's really good! Really good! I attempted Days Gone, but after 8 to 10 hours or so, it just never clicked with me. And I think I got more excited trying to buy Yakuza 0 for $9 than actually playing it. I managed to get 2/3 of the way through Life is Strange Before the Storm, so hopefully I can muster up the energy to finish that one. Maybe I'm just getting too old to keep up with everything. Except when it comes to Nintendo and that wonderfully portable Switch, which every month gave me something to sink my time into. January was Guacamelee 2. I loved it enough to make a review about it. To sum it up, it's Metroid WrestleMania perfection. February I was on holidays, but I managed to finish The Messenger. It was okay, but completely forgettable. Even with its 8 to 16-bit time traveling gimmick, you couldn't really tell the difference. When March came around, I thought I'd support an Australian indie game called Feather. It turns out it wasn't a game, and more just a relaxation tool, for an hour or so. I just played a hell of a lot more Smash Brothers. April saw me play the no longer Microsoft exclusive Cuphead. Cruel, but entirely possible. Everything's easy when you know how, and you've had practice. I didn't think I could push through it if it wasn't for my friends doing exactly the same thing. And after finally beating the devil, it gave me enough courage to go back and beat the right hand in Dead Cells as well. Resident Evil 4 may have come out in 2005, but it came out again in May as well. I wasn't going to do it and it was overpriced, but I gave in thanks to Nick and Jake. And wow, this game is so replayable. So many great weapons, that even playing it again for literally the 20th time, I still enjoyed it so much. Perfect for Switch. June saw me playing the cheapest game I've ever bought, 60 cents, Ding Dong XL. Absolutely worth it. There was also Cadence of Hyrule. I enjoyed it, but I don't think the rhythm and music connected with me. It was neat, but I kind of expected more, and even more better soundtracks. But at least now it's a good time to go back and try out the free DLC. Super Mario Maker 2 came and went for me in the end, and I only managed to make one full amazing cat-themed level. And I only got halfway through the story mode. The Nintendo-made levels were great, but I'm just saving them for a rainy day. I just wish there was a companion app to queue up the levels you saw out there without having to go take a screenshot or remember to write a code and the next time you go and load it up on your Switch. Because of that announcement of the surprise Breath of the Wild sequel, Nick finally went back and played Breath of the Wild Master Mode, and the Ballad of the Champions DLC as well. So I spent my time in July going back to Master Mode, getting 100%, just so I could rub it in Nick's face that it's something he'll never do. Breath of the Wild is a game that just keeps on giving. In August, I was a little bit late to the Fire Emblem Three Houses bandwagon because I was still busy trying to find all the Koroks in Zelda. And I still felt full from my Fire Emblem fix from Fire Emblem Awakening back on the 3DS. But the hype kept on building, and I'm so glad I jumped aboard the train. This game, like all RPGs, just consumed me. I did one playthrough with the best house, the Golden Deer. I connected with Clyde's motivations much more than the others, and I'm still sad that he couldn't be my gay husbando. Also, props to Nintendo for learning that voice acting is the future. Having everything voiced was just so delightful and just made the whole game better for
Come
it.
by the infirmary anytime you need anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
September saw Link's Awakening and Untitled Goose Game come out. It was my very first attempt at streaming. It's way harder than it sounds. Should I be talking? Playing? Sharing? Are people even watching? Why am I even doing this? How do people do this all at once? At least the games were plain fun, with none of that grind. October had me squeezing, squatting, and pulling in ways I never knew how with Ring Fit Adventure. This is what Nintendo does best in life. The most surprising part, it's a real game. You aren't going to win just with exercise alone. You need the right equipment and the right smoothies to get the job done. Also, it turns out people really enjoy watching me shirtless. November had the only game I had actually pre-purchased way back in September, Luigi's Mansion 3. I was so damn confident that it would be amazing, and I was right. Amazing HD rumble, Pixar, Nintendo quality animations, and just a pure gaming experience where I just wanted to suck up everything. Bless your heart, Luigi. And finally, Pokemon Sword and Shield leaked so much that I didn't feel the need to finish it until December. I played my own version of the Nuzlocke challenge. I call it the Fire Emblem times Pokemon challenge. Where if a Pokemon died, that was it. They were gone forever. It made the game way more enjoyable and difficult. I'm actually glad Dexit happened, as maybe I might actually complete the Pokédex for the first time since Pokemon Gold. So I had all these games I played month to month, but there was one game that I played all year long, and that was Tetris 99. I loved it so much my partner even made a Tetris cake for my 30th birthday. Who would have thought a constant stream of promotional tie-ins would keep me coming back to achieve the totally obtainable title of Tetris Maximus? Still going. Oh! I won! Hey! Tetris Maximus! I'm Jeff, and that's my gaming year for 2019. Go check out Nick's Game of the Year video, and I hope you stick around and subscribe for more videos no one's gonna watch in 2020.